Hello and welcome to another Warhammer the Old World Battle Report. This time featuring my proxied Cathay versus Dwarves. So playing with this Cathay, my sort of lore behind it is the Dark Elves um, are raiding Black Ark, has joined with the Blood Nagas of Khuresh, who are in the lore the enemies they're sort of in the Vietnam area fighting China. So I could see the Dark Elf Corsairs working with them. And so I've cobbled together a selection of models that I felt fit that theme. And yeah, we'll see. My idea is sort of changing for the theme, but I also think it's kind of cool, and I might print off some models that I think work well together. But for now, um, I'm running Miao Ying, the named dragon character, a Shugungan general with the Guardian Feng Shi Bo and Illusion. So his idea is he can get to -2 to be hit, and he can help out in challenges with Miao Ying. And then this is a balloon which has a Lord Magistrate with Dragonfire bombs, Sky Lantern bombs, the Maw Shard, and a Talisman of Protection. So Maw Shard is the causes miscasts on any doubles to enemies nearby, and then I have these two units were together. So one big unit of 10 Jade Lancers who have the War Banner, the Alchemist Mask, which is a bound spell Plague of Rest, and the War Banner and Celestial Dragon Guard. So they have a better weapon skill and a 6-up ward save. And then 16 Jade Warriors, also Celestial Dragon Guard, with the icon of Heavenly Fury. So they can turn off Fly one turn in the game. Then I have 2 Grand Cannons, no Ogres loaders, just the cannons themselves. And then a Cathayan Sentinel, being played today by the Avatar of Cain, who I think looks pretty cool and fits in with this theme. So, and then we were just playing sort of an open battle, not using any of the match play scenarios. So, just deployed down. My opponent had a big unit of Rangers who scaled up a bit, a big unit of Thunderers on the hill, brick of Hammerers, and then Dwarf King on Shield Bearers, a Gridge 2 cannons, an Engineer with some ranged weapon runes, a Thane with some ranged weapon runes, like the Beardy Harry, another Grudge Thrower, and then 2 Gyrocopters on the flank. So the Dwarves went first. I think cannonballs, so his cannons, and I think maybe a Grudge Thrower combined to kill off one of my cannons. And these guys flew forward, and that was about it. So then my turn, I used the banner to turn off Fly, and I marched these guys over here. And then my thought was that I could shoot the cannon. Oh, and this cannon had taken on. I think that was from the gyrocopter shooting. My thought was potentially I skip the cannonball through there, potentially kill both of them if I'm lucky, or at the very least I turn off Swiss Stride and reduce their movement to 1, I think, and then maybe these guys can catch them on my turn because you won't be able to move away. The Jade Lancers use drilled to move forward. The dragon and the Longma move up to threaten, either the War Machines, the Thunderers, or the Hammers. And then, my other 2 things just move up. He had the Room of Calm, which he got off fairly consistently, which really shut down my bound spells. I think I took Oaken Shield on the Sentinel, thinking that the 5-up ward would help keep him alive against the War Machines longer, and then I don't think I ever really cast it. And I didn't realize that the balloons have move and shoot for some reason on a bunch of their weapons, so I could have marched forward and shot, but instead I just sort of moved up a bit. I stayed out of charge range. So then Has anything moved? Okay, no, so it's his turn. So the gyrocopters couldn't move. So I think they shot the can again, did another wound. I think this grudge though I think misfired, and maybe a cannon misfired. His war machines were pretty lackluster this game. The engineers are gonna have to take the slayers out because I think one turn he had like a misfire, and then 2 1s to wound with the cannon. So he just put some shots into Miao Ying, did a couple wounds. I think he's killed off 1 lancer, and that's about it. So he was looking for a big shooting phase this turn. He did not get it. My cannon's still alive, and my characters are all pretty unhurt. So then on my turn, we go for the charges. The Sentinel did a long bomb. He had to get a 6. He got it to charge in there. All 3 of these units go into the hammers to see if they can it's a new army. I want to see what they're capable of. Didn't really want to get standing shot in 2 ranks from the Thunderers on the hill, so and just sort of charging into a engineer or a Thane didn't seem like a valiant good use of my combat power that's all assembled here, so they went in. I guess she had taken a couple wounds on the way in. And so my Shogungan General takes the challenge, kills the champion, and doesn't take any hits back. Miao Ying kills a bunch of them, maybe like 5. The Jade Lancers don't really do much, but take 4 wounds back. But we still win the combat, thanks to Miao Ying getting her full attacks and stomps into the unit. And I think they gave ground. We drilled wider with the Jade Lancers and followed up. The Sentinel did a few wounds, but then took 1 on the stand and shoot, and then took 4 more from the Great Weapon Rangers who were in a big long line hammer. So he lost 5 wounds total, and then gave ground. And they restrained so that they can just shoot him in their turn. And my balloon has come up to start threatening things. So then next turn, the Rangers, I think, killed off the Sentinel. I think the cannons by this point have killed off my cannon, or the gyrocopters have done it. This cannon misfired and died, or this grudge thrower misfired and died. The Miao Ying, the Shogungan General, and the Jade Lancers finished off the hammers, and then reformed to face into his line. What had happened? I failed. So when I had shot at the gyrocopters with my cannon, I had failed. I think I misfired 1 turn and then failed the next turn. So I never actually got to do Thunderous Impact and turn off their Swift Stride. So then when they charged, he just fired and fled and flame flight away from me, and I wasn't able to catch him. So then, but this fight just started to break down. I killed off the Thane and the Engineer with my 2 characters, and then overran into the side of the Thunderers. So this was on my turn. And the bombs and both sets of bombs started going into the Rangers, started picking them off. So we called the game there. Things had gone lopsided for the Dwarves, mostly because of they needed a good turn or 2 of shooting, and they just didn't get it. So that was my first game with Cathay, which I was going to flip back to the army picture, but I can't find it. Yeah, I thought that the Shogungan General and Miao Ying paired together worked out really well. The Sentinel felt a bit fragile, being the one with the magic, no extra resilience. Felt vulnerable to both war machines and any sort of high strength attacks, and the Jade Warriors didn't really get into combat, so I didn't see them. Sad that I didn't get a single hit with my cannons, so I never got to see Thunderstrike or Thunder's Impact to try and slow him down. But against dwarves, it's maybe not super impactful. So yeah, it was a good game. Thanks for watching. And I played another game with Cathay shortly after the week after this, so I'll get that battle report coming up soon. Thanks. Bye.